Good. So let's start from what we discussed yesterday. So yesterday we looked into the first thing was Amazon EC2 Elastic Cloud Compute. Elastic Cloud Compute services क्या होती हैं Amazon की? They provide compute capabilities to the end users. Basic concept देखा हमने. EC2 क्या होता है? Then EC2 की characteristics, which are mostly the characteristics of cloud computing, and essentially it provides the better availability and better services than other cloud service providers. Then this term came in while discussing EC2, we learned about service level agreement, SLA. So service level agreement was the bond or the agreement for the performance which is negotiated between the service provider and the end user. तो हमने इसके types देखे थे, 3 types of SLAs, service based, customer based and multi-level or hierarchical. These 3 are the types of SLAs. एग्जाम्पल के थ्रू इसको समझने की कोशिश की थी हमने. सर्विस बेस्ड मीन्स it is related to only the type of service. Like in any organization, they are using a service, suppose say an IP telephone service, then all the SLA will be based on the service provided. कि उस सर्विस के लिए क्या एग्रीमेंट होता है, कितने टाइम के लिए वो सर्विस चलेगी, उसके लिए क्या रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज रहेगी सर्विस प्रोवाइडर की, और क्या मेंटेन करके रखना है एंड यूजर को, एंड ऑल दोस. And then comes the customer base, which is according to the need of the customer. Right? This can be consists of different services at different times. So it is according to the customer need, not the service provider. And the finally, multi-level or hierarchical SLAs, which has different layers of SLAs. Mostly there are 3 layers: corporate layer, customer layer and service layer. So in corporate layer में क्या होता है, which is common for the entire organization. Multi-level SLAs are mostly used by big organizations. So they divide the SLA into different layers to reduce the repetition. Otherwise, it has to be repeated for each and every department. So one thing is common for all, which is called as corporate level SLA, and the next level is customer based, which in customer level they have something related to some specific uses of some users in their organization, like one department. In our Sage University, we have 12 institutes, and then we decide to opt for a cloud service. So there will be a multi-level SLA in which there must be some norms which are common to all the employees, like everyone has to wear a badge, or everyone has to make a certain password for their system. And then comes the customer base, in which there will be different SLA for different department, like examination department, they need more security. So they will have a different set of SLA on top of the corporate SLA. And finally is the service level, in which some part of an institute is using a service which is not used by others. So only for that service, those SLAs will be defined. So SLA का कॉन्सेप्ट हमें क्लियर हो गया है. अब SLA के अंदर होता क्या है? पैरामीटर्स ऑफ SLA. कुछ बोल रहे हैं? हाँ बता. Sorry for the interruption, guys. So SLA is actually a document of agreement between the two parties. So it should consist of some parameters. So these are the parameters of SLA. SLA में सबसे पहले क्या आएगा? Availability of the service. This is specified in the document. Availability of service means the uptime in hours. By what? कौन से टाइम के लिए ये सर्विस यूज होगी. इफ इट इज यूज फॉर 24 hours, then there will be 24 hours return, and the service provider has to provide the availability for the 24-hour period. And if they have promised availability of 99% or 100%, anything like that, so they will have to provide this for that particular time, uptime. Next comes is latency or the response time guaranteed. So again, this is the latency means the delay. So the minimum delay, which is generally in the microseconds for AWS, and big companies, they provide very good response time. So whatever they have to offer, they will write it in the SLA. And if the service is not up to the standards, then the customer can complain and they have to resolve the matter. Not only resolve, they have to pay for the damages or some fine to the customer if the service is not up to what is written in the SLA document. Service components, reliability, each party, accountability, responsibilities, customer support arrangement and contact. So all these are the things which are clearly stated in the SLA. All the warranties, compensation and penalties. So with all these parameters, there is a SLA document which is available to read for every service you use in any cloud service provider. Now, the second thing which came while discussing about EC2 was regions, availability zones, regions and availability zones. So I told you that there are different regions. AWS has 24 regions where they provide their service, and the 24 regions have 76 availability zones. So it is the largest for any cloud service provider. These 24 regions can cover the whole world. We will see it in the map as well. So let's see the concept of regions and availability zones. What is a region? A region is a physical location around the world where they cluster their data centers. So there will be a region in India like Mumbai. Now in India region, they call it the Mumbai region. And that there will be another region in USA. So in USA, they have total of 6 regions, 3 on East Coast, 3 on West Coast. Then there is a region in Australia. So likewise, they've divided the whole globe into 24 regions where they have their cluster of data centers. Now, there are several data centers inside those regions. अब एक रीजन के अंदर बहुत सारे डेटा सेंटर्स रहेंगे. उन डेटा सेंटर्स को डिवाइड किया जाता है अवेलेबिलिटी जोन्स में. So inside a region, there are different availability zones. In one availability zones, there will be lot of data centers, and in each data center, there will be lot of servers available. तो region हमें पता चल गया, region is a physical location. Now each group of logical data centers are called availability zones. Each region consists of multiple isolated and physically separate availability zones within a geographical area. So, minimum there are 3 availability zones inside a region, which is a minimum criteria required. There can be more than 3, 4, 5, 6 according to the requirement, but 3 availability zones are always there in each region. Now each availability zone has independent power, cooling and physical security and is connected via redundant ultra low latency networks. Now all these 3 availability zones which is inside the region, they are physically connected through fiber optical cables. They are not dependent on internet. All these availability zones are physically networked. So एक availability zone में यदि कुछ problem आती है, they can easily use the other one. They have their independent power, their independent security, and they are connected through ultra low latency networks. Now AWS 24 regions and 76 available zones globally for EC2. We already know that. So this is how the regions look. These blue dots, blue circles here, you can see these blue circles are different regions. So here in India, we have one region, which is the Mumbai region. And here in USA, you have 1, 2, 3 regions on the West Coast and 1, 2, 3 regions on the East Coast. This one is the Canada region. So, and in South America, you have one more region here. So in North America, you have 7 regions, 6 in USA, 1 in Canada, and South America, you have 1 region. Here in Europe, you have 6 regions again. The orange circles are which are already proposed and they are in the trial phase and they will start it soon. So 3 regions they have already proposed on top of these 21. In Asia Pacific region, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Total of 9 regions. Now in these regions, inside every region there will be different availability zones. So for Mumbai, they have availability zone. I think there are 4 availability zones in Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Chennai and Delhi. Okay, so let's see what is an availability zone and how it works. So an AZ is one or more discrete data centers with redundant power networking and connectivity in an AWS region. I have already told this. Then AZs give customers the ability to operate applications and databases that are more fault tolerant and scalable compared to a single data center. So different companies have their own concept of regions. In AWS, they have this concept like in one region, they have different availability zones. While in some other companies, they have only the regions. They do not divide region into availability zone. So in one region, if there is only one data center available, then there are more chances of fault because they don't have a backup. If they will have a backup in another region, then the latency will be high. So it will affect the service. So it gives multiple availability zones, give customers to the ability to operate applications that are more fault tolerant when compared to a single data center. Now, all the AZs in an AWS region are interconnected with high bandwidth, low latency networking sufficient to accomplish synchronous replication between AZs. This is very important point here. कि ये अवेलेबिलिटी जोन्स बनाने के पीछे जो मेन रीजन है वो यही है कि they can accomplish synchronous replication, like they are interconnected with high bandwidth and ultra low latency networking. So if something goes down in one availability zone, all the services which were running in that availability zone can be replicated in the other availability zone inside the same region. Okay. तो इसीलिए इन्हें नेटवर्किंग के थ्रू कनेक्ट किया जाता है विथ फाइबर केबल दैट दीज आर नॉट डिपेंडेंट ऑन इंटरनेट. अब ये इट डिपेंड्स ऑन अ यूजर, दे कैन डिवाइड their services or their data or applications in different availability zones also. And if something goes wrong in one, it will automatically start the other one. Now, all traffic between AZs is encrypted at physical layer. So there is a separate encryption for the traffic between the availability zones. So it is more secure. If an application is partitioned across AZs, it is better isolated and protected from issues such as power outages, lightning strikes, tornadoes, earthquakes, and anything like any calamity or natural calamity or any attack. It is isolated and protected from such issues. AZs are physically separated by a meaningful distance, many kilometers from any other AZ. Okay, so the concept of availability zone and regions is clear to all. Whenever you go for an instance, like in EC2, whenever you select your instance, it shows the region which is nearest to you. Like you are in India, so when you will try to start an instance using EC2, it will show you the nearest region, which is Mumbai. So you select that Mumbai and it will show all the instances and services available in Mumbai. So after AZs, there is another concept which is called as edge location. So edge location is something which can be assumed as a collection of physical servers within a data center for content distribution to reduce latency for end users. So edge location, mostly edge locations are there in big cities where the traffic is large. इसका काम क्या होता है? It is a data center. Edge location is also a data center. They can make a data center for edge location in any availability zone. What it does is, it is used for content distribution to reduce latency. So, इसको ऐसे समझने की कोशिश करें कि it is a type of cache memory. Like for the services which are commonly used, these edge location data centers are used by the service provider to reduce the latency. An edge location is where end users access services located at AWS. So this is the access point, like the front end of a service, and it is a data center that handles cache content for end users to help reduce latency. This is the perfect line to understand. It is a data center that handles cache content for end users to help reduce latency. So instead of going into the data center every time for the same services, they have made these edge locations for the most common services so that the end users can instantly access them. So it will furthermore reduce the latency in millimicroseconds. Right? Everything is just for speed. Edge location hold only the highest hit data from all over the globe. They are located in most of the major cities around the world. तो जैसे इस डायग्राम में ये इंडिया का है, हाँ दिस इज इंडिया। एशिया पैसिफिक के लिए AWS इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर का डायग्राम है। दिस इज द डायग्राम फॉर Asia Pacific only. So here in circles, these orange circles, you can see this is a region. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, total of 9 regions across the Asia Pacific regions. Now in those 9 regions, they have these different blue circles which are availability zones or edge locations. So in India, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 availability zones and edge locations. In availability zones, there is a different data center which is called as edge location. There might be more edge locations than availability zones just for the maximum used data. So here you can see one is Hyderabad, Bangalore and Chennai, and then New Delhi is here. So these are the 4 availability zones or edge locations. Okay, so all these concepts are clear now. If anyone has any questions, you can ask me. Now is the time, and otherwise I will take your attendance. किसी को कुछ पूछना है? आज मैं आपकी स्क्रीनशॉट ले रहा हूँ अटेंडेंस का. I don't have that attendance register with me actually.
हेलो
हेलो, हाँ कोई कुछ बोल रहा है?
सर ये एग्जाम्स का थोड़ा सा क्लियर होगा क्या है कुछ कब से क्या
सर के
लेंगे?
साथ मीटिंग हो गई ना तुम्हारी?
सर हो गई है, वो फिर से क्या चल रहा है कुछ और दूसरा भी अभी कुछ 12 से फाइनल हो गया है सर या फिर अभी डेट में कुछ
हाँ
और चेंजेस
फाइनल है,
होंगे?
फाइनल है वो, फाइनल है बिल्कुल एकदम फाइनल है.
सर
सर एक और
हेलो
चीज थोड़ी सी क्लियर करनी थी. सर अभी तक ऐसा कुछ रूल्स हमने तो देखे नहीं है कि मतलब लास्ट टाइम की जब प्रमोट कर ही दिया है तो फिर उसकी एग्जाम तो होने का है नहीं.
वो रूल्स तो
सर दूसरे कॉलेजेस में भी हमने मतलब ऐसा कंसल्ट किया, पता करा, बात हुई सबसे, तो सर ऐसा अभी तो ऐसा कुछ चीज हुई नहीं है कि जो लास्ट टाइम उसकी एग्जाम लेंगे या कुछ. तो
हाँ
सर
तो
हमने दे ही दिए थे
रूल्स,
टेस्ट और ये तो सब चीजें दे ही दी थी ना.
हाँ सुनो, रूल्स जो रूल्स आर नॉट डिसाइडेड एट द इंस्टीट्यूट लेवल, और सेज यूनिवर्सिटी इज एन इंडिपेंडेंट यूनिवर्सिटी, प्राइवेट यूनिवर्सिटी. तो ये जो रूल है ये डिसाइड किया है हमारे कंट्रोलर ऑफ द एग्जामिनेशन और हमारे जो चांसलर हैं, डीन हैं, उन लोगों ने मिलके दिस रूल applies to all the institutes, not to the Institute of Advanced Computing. तो यूजीसी की तरफ से गाइडलाइंस आई थी कि ग्रेडिंग के लिए कुछ क्राइटेरिया होना चाहिए. जनरल प्रमोशन तो सभी को हो गया, ये बात फिक्स है, बट देयर शुड बी ए क्राइटेरिया फॉर ग्रेडिंग, क्योंकि अब हर बच्चे को सेम मार्क्स तो दे नहीं सकते. किसी ने ज्यादा अच्छा परफॉर्म किया और किसी ने कम परफॉर्म किया. तो उसके लिए हमारे पास जो हमने मिड सेम और क्विज वगैरह असाइनमेंट वगैरह की थी, एक पार्ट तो उसने पूरा कवर कर लिया, बट जो एक्सटर्नल और प्रैक्टिकल वाला पार्ट है वो अपना पूरा रह गया। तो इन लोगों ने, मैनेजमेंट ने, टॉप मैनेजमेंट ने ये डिसाइड किया है कि हर इंस्टीट्यूट में ये वाइवास कंडक्ट करवाए
सर
जाएं।
प्रैक्टिकल का पार्ट कहाँ से बच गया? प्रैक्टिकल मतलब हमने बना दिए थे ना हमारे प्रोजेक्ट्स, पार्ट तो वो बचे ही नहीं है कहीं से कहीं तक।
तो उसकी
वाइवा का कह सकते हैं
ग्रेडिंग
कि
कैसे
वाइवा वाला
होगी?
प्रोजेक्ट सर फैकल्टी ने देख रखा है ना हमारा सारा, तो प्रैक्टिकल जो वर्क हमने किया है वो उन्होंने देखा है।
हाँ, तो उस उसका
तो
वाइवा
सर
भी तो
उस
होएगा, उसी
तो
से
सर
तो
सिर्फ एक
डिसाइड
वाइवा
करेंगे।
बचना चाहिए ना, एक वाइवा
जब
ले
आप
लेना
अलग बता
चाहिए,
रहे हो, उस दिन
क्विज।
मनोज सर बोल
सर
रहे
ये
थे कि
क्विज और
यूजीसी से ऑर्डर आया है पेपर
क्या
लेने
है?
का।
सर हाँ, और सर दूसरी चीज एक और, क्वेश्चन ले रहे हैं, एमसीक्यूज ले रहे हैं, बोले 50 क्वेश्चंस आएंगे, ये ऐसा वो होगा। तो सर ये चीज तो वैसे नहीं होनी चाहिए
नहीं,
ना, जब
उसका
जो चीज हो गई, जो
उसका
चीज उनको ले।
उसका कहाँ बोला है आपको 50 क्वेश्चंस का? जो चीज डिसाइड हुई है वो 50 क्वेश्चंस कैंसिल करके सिर्फ एक कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव वाइवा डिसाइड कर दिया है
सर
उसमें।
अभी परसों नरसों तो बात हुई थी, सर ने यही तो बोला कि आपको एमसीक्यूज मिलेंगे 50, तो ऐसा
देखो,
करके
अभी
उन्होंने बताया था।
अभी 50 एमसीक्यूज वाली एग्जाम नहीं हो रही है आपकी। जो 12th से अब एग्जाम जो होने वाली है वो जस्ट ओरल एग्जाम है, वाइवा। एक कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव एग्जाम होएगी जिसमें कि आपके जो 5 सब्जेक्ट हैं वो पांचों सब्जेक्ट के टीचर एक साथ बैठे होंगे, पांचों, और वो एक एक स्टूडेंट से लाइक एक एक दो दो क्वेश्चंस कुछ आप पूछेंगे, एंड 5 मिनट में हर एक स्टूडेंट्स का पांचों सब्जेक्ट का काम हो जाएगा। तो यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड कि कैसे क्या होने वाला है।
सर अब आप एक
सर,
खुद आप एक चीज समझिए